Okay, interesting. We have a lot to get into. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself. It is Creator. Here we go. So we are going to be settling in. We do have our ZvP. Here we go. We have our grand finales. Oh, right, of course, if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Get your Gamba going. Get your Gamba going. He knows exactly how to randomly win the raffle. Yes, exactly. He has to make sure that he signs up at the right time, that he gets the correct seed on the challenge bracket. True, true. Make sure the seed is correct. He has to win the exact amount of games to be able to bump up his rating on a Ligulac or bump down his rating on a Ligulac. And then just then pray to the RNG gods. Rebellion, he knows. He knows the strat. It's crazy. Aye, aye, aye. Oh, calculate. That's from here, standard opener. Hatch gas spool out of Solar. Meanwhile, Creator does go for his own standard opener as well. Now, when it comes to our ZvP here, who do we favor? That's a good question. It's going to be a close one. I would expect this to be a back and forth series. If you're familiar with Solar, you will know Solar does nothing but all-in. Specifically in this matchup, we do expect to see a lot of 3-base all-ins, different variations. We do see very often either Roach Ravager or Roach Hydra or Ling Hydra or Lurker timings, but typically Solar is hyper aggressive in this matchup, and he does everything he can to stop the late game. He does whatever he can to stop the late game from happening, to stop the late game from occurring. That is Solar's mantra for ZvP. I mean, it's the mantra of a lot of players, to be fair. It's very common for everyone to kind of just to play in such a way to try to stop the late game from happening. The one exception to that is Serral, true. Serral has a different approach. Basically, whatever Serral's approach is, get a lead early on, is to cripple his opponent to get a lead and then have that advantage coming into the late game. That's typically how Serral approaches it, which is what we saw against Classic at EWC. What we saw in their first series at EWC, not their second one. But many Zerg players don't go that route, as they'd rather just not play against Skytops. They'd rather just not. From here we do have our Stargate opener into a third. Creator moves out. And then it's when he builds a true, when he builds the lodge. When he creates the sauna in the woods of Finland. Este Cerro. Beautiful. As from here we have a standard follow-up, Twilight Council, and a Forge. Should be +1 and Blink at a Creator. And typically the role that you want to take here on Incorporeal from the Protoss is just defend. To defend, to turtle up, to get your 3rd base, get your 4th base, and take up in towards a longer and later game. We'll see if Creator tries to be more active. As we are getting into +1 and Blink. So just a standard follow-up here. He didn't go for any early Twilight Council, so he has less pressure. Meanwhile, here it comes. Here comes the all-in. As you mentioned, we expect an all-in every game out of Solar. He's going for Pneumatized Carapaces, Overlord Speed. This is for the Dropper Lords. Lair is almost done. You need the Lair, of course, to morph in the Dropper Lords, and we're going for a Ling Roach Queen all-in. As the Roach Warren is done, we have excess Overlords on the way to make sure we don't get supply blocked. And Solar, he will soon pull the trigger. So one way or another, the game is about to end. Oh. As the Oracle is going to be zoned away. And it is going to be go time. Lair is done. Show us the Drop Lords. Here we go. Drop Lords are coming. Those are for the Queens. We have a Drop Lord here outside of the main base. This is for Zerglings. So typically you want your main army to hit the natural in the third base. Ideally you distract the Protoss and then bam, you strike with a backstab with the Ling Drop. And ideally you wreak havoc in the main. Creator here is yet to confirm. He has not seen the lack of saturation. You can see here under saturation at the third base. We have gases at the third, but no gases here at the natural. So again, we're hiding the fact that we're not really droning, we're not really saturating. And this looks like a misread from Creator. We'll see if we can slow this down. Stasis goes up. And Solar does catch a couple Stalkers. That's 1, 2 Stalkers going down. A friendly fire, and again it is go time. Here we go, Ling dropping to the main base, but this is premature. Yeah, this is premature here for Solar. These Lings, they shouldn't get much done. Ideally you want the Ling drop as the army's attacking the third, but this means that Creator, he has plenty of time to react. Yeah, he reacts, he responds, Lings are cleaned up. The all-in has arrived, but now Creator, he can focus on one thing, then he can now focus on the other, one at a time. Oh, but the wall is broken. Lings, they flood into the natural. No shield, yeah, no shield batteries. No shield batteries. Creator, he's not ready. He's not ready for an all-in. Ay, ay, ay. Lings get some of the Stalkers. Despite that, Solar, he's running out of Zerglings. He's rallying from across the map. He is trying to rally. Remember, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Creator. As Creator, he's ahead economically. Creator is ahead, and as Solar, he drones. Oof, that is brutal. Basically, Solar, he just admitted he cannot kill Creator. He cannot kill him. So Solar, he starts droning. Likewise, little Lings are going to be going down. Still no shield battery support. Is still brutal. We can see Creator coming in from behind, coming in for the surround. And Creator will shut this down. He will completely shut this down. Yeah, the all-in does fail. And Solar's in a rough position. Remember, 0 upgrades, 0 Evo chambers, 0 tech. Solar trying to drone, trying to saturate, but Creator, he defends with the... What's crazy about this defense? Remember, these shield batteries were thrown down as Yolan was happening. Like this, like he was very, very unprepared. But as we mentioned, like Solar, he was premature with the drop, so the drop didn't really do much. Killed a handful of probes. Likewise, hold control here from Creator. He was able to slow down the Yolan with the stasis traps. True, that was also another factor. And Creator, he has a lead, or he takes a lead. From here, he takes a lead, and from here, he has to make a choice. Okay, Creator, does he get a fourth? Does he get a fourth base? Does he just turtle and then head into Sky Toss, or does he push? Now, pushing would be a mistake because Solar, he droned up a little bit. He droned up to 62, and he's getting ready for a second wave. Solar, he's getting ready for a second all-in. Thankfully for Creator, Creator doesn't expand. So Creator, he's playing it safe. Creator's getting more shield batteries, and he is getting ready here for the next wave. For the next all-in. Again, Solar, he has to end it here and now. He needs to hit his support. Stasis trap gets sniped. Nice snipe on the stasis. Ooh, piles, they take down the Oracle. And rough pathing there from Creator. Solar, he has to end it here. Going for the pylon. Depowers the gateways, not bad. Gateways being depowered. You can see Creator is banking up a lot of resources. Boys are being pulled. Creator, we got to warp in. We got to spend that money. He has no robo, no immortal production. And Solar, he's pushing in. He's pushing into the natural. lack of gateways is hurting. Likewise, lack of robo as well. Oof. Allows to connect. And the middle line is going down. Gets 14 probes. Ay, ay, ay. Creator can he get on top of the roaches? Can he get on top of them? And not quite. And Solo's done it. At this point, he has done it. Again, Creator, he had no robo, he had no immortal production. He was stuck on a gateway army, a gateway composition, limited by warp ins. Master of Ravager overwhelms. Takes down a full mineral line. It was an impressive first hold by Creator, but only the first one. I mean, I say that here, we're running out of steam, but at this point, Solar has an economy. Like, he has a better economy. He can start to tech. Solar has done enough economic damage where he can go into a longer game. And there it is. Gas is being taken. Taking his gases. He can throw down a Hydra Den. He can start a Hive. Solar has options. And now we see Storm on the way. Aye, aye, aye. Storm just now starts up. And Storm shouldn't be a factor here. It shouldn't factor in. Nice snipe of the Ravagers. A couple of Ravagers go down, but once again, Solar gets into the mineral line. That's all that matters here is the economy. So he gets in. Probes are falling. Gets 22 probe kills at the natural. GG gets called, and Solar, he breaks on through. Solar takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solar does take a lead in the series, but again, shout out to Creator because Creator had a very impressive initial hold. Against the first all-in, Creator, he took a lead. Like Creator, he had a much stronger start, shutting down the all-in. Again, Solar, he was a little bit mismanaged when it came to his all-in, when it came to how he executed, and Solar, he fell behind. But the second wave, the second all-in was what sealed the deal. As you mentioned, as we mentioned, Creator, he had no Storm on the way, only Storm towards the end. He had no Robo, he had no Immortal production, so he didn't really have the best defensive setup there that he could have had on 3 bases. And he was broken. In the end, he was broken. And now we're getting into game number 2. Ooh, gonna be loading into Ultra Love. Okay. We're loading into Ultra Love. Once again, we're expecting an all-in out of Solar, and we'll see if Creator can keep up. Now, what I will say is that here on Ultra Love, you do have the option to be aggressive on the other side as well. So Creator, he could go for a faster Twilight Council. He could himself go for faster aggression. So Creator has the option. He has the option to do so, as this is a smaller map. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg leading the series 1-0, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss. We have the red Protoss player himself, the South Korean Protoss. It is a Creator. Go. So I'm gonna plus on range attack, just solo things. Well, I mean, the lack of upgrades was intentional because Solo was all in, if you remember. Like, you're meant to hit without any upgrades because you're meant to end the game, ideally without any upgrades factoring in. As Solar does take the unnatural natural. Now, based on this expansion location here, Solar, he might set up for a German taxi. Now, the reason for this is with this forward base, creep spreads very quickly across the map. You can see here we have one screen separating Triangular Third from a Triangular Third. So this is why we mentioned before that Ultra Love is a smaller map, is known for all-ins, favors aggression, it goes both ways, but Solar can start his creep spread early to allow for Queen support to arrive and just support in general to arrive that much faster. So he does take the forward third. We'll see where Creator expands and claims his own third base, and likewise we'll see if Creator decides to go for a faster Twilight Council. As I mentioned before, Creator also has the option to be aggressive here on Ultra Love as well, where Creator can kind of beat Solar to the punch. We'll see. Based on the panel placement, looks like a Stargate opener. Just because it's going to be a Stargate opener doesn't mean it has to be standard play though. We can still go for a faster Twilight Council thereafter, so our eyes are on Creator. Solar, he's droning, he is saturating. Creator, he's aware of the expansion location. Again, we've seen many a Queen walk across the map with this base being taken. So Creator is getting a Stargate. From here again, Stargate into expand. He's headed for the mineral lines. Nice control by Solar. One drone goes down. Creator, he gets one. So we're just denying mining, or at least denying the kind of saturation here. Trying to take control of the area between the natural and the third. Void Ray's on the way. Okay. That I was not expecting. So Oracle Opener into a Void Ray follow-up. Now, with the help of the Void Ray, he can hunt down Overlords and deny scouting. So again, the purpose of the Void Ray is to deny scouting. This Overlord here should be hunted down, and Soul's going to be in the dark. Now, from here, we can go into an early Twilight Council into Glaive Adepts. We can go into a second Stargate into like Mass Oracle, Mass Void Ray. We can go for a Fleet Beacon into Sky Toss. Solar's all in. So no surprise here, we mentioned this before. We spoke about the creep. We have more queens on the way, more lings on the way, and Solar, he will soon begin a ling and queen all in across the map. No roaches. No roaches, just pure ling queen. Adepts are going to be keeping him busy. Voider is revealed. Lings, they get us around. They get one. They should get all four. All four do get picked off. And here it comes. Here comes a queen walk. Here comes a creep. And it's all or nothing. Ooh, Creator did expand towards Solar. So you can see here, we're on the same screen. You can see here how just little space you have from your side of the map to your opponent. That's why the queens are walking. Void Ray does hell, but Ev gets surrounded. And both Adepts do go down. Yeah, Creator, he cannot save this. He cannot hold on to the base. It's not going to happen. Not with these queens coming in. One queen goes down, another reinforces. Adepts getting surrounded. Solar playing it safe. He respects the oracles. Void Ray went down. Oh, sorry, Void Ray survived. But the base should fall. Yeah, the third base is going to fall behind the Solar droning. Behind the Solar, he drones. He saturates. Kills the third. And queens, now they can walk back. They've done their job. Now they can just waddle back home. Waddling back home. Creator, he from here should be forced into a 2-base all-in. He's building up Immortals. He's getting extra gateways. There's a lot of pressure here on Creator. He's still alive, don't get me wrong. But Solar should take a lead. Taking his gases, droning up. Hydrogen is on the way. From here, getting into Ling Hydra. Ooh, that's a lot of sentries. Creator, he can go for a Soul Train-esque move out. He can set up for the Soul Train. And now he expands. Expands, takes his third. War Prism has arrived, which means Creator he can push. He can reinforce, he can micro. Here he comes. What do we have to defend? Hydras are amassing. Oracle's at the natural, no Spore. No Spore at the natural base. Ooh, one Oracle does go down. And here comes a push. Here comes Creator. Now, as time goes on, more Hydras are amassing. How many Hydras do we have? So far 5, soon to be 11. Ooh, Stasis goes off. That's a lot of Lings getting caught out. There's not much less to defend. And remember, because it's Thing Hydra, there's no Ravagers, which means there's no answer to the Force Fields. Force Fields can completely slice up this army. And speaking of, the Hydra's going to be zoned away. Lings are being dealt with. Looking down more Hydras, looking down more Queens. And Creator, he might just have too much here. Yeah, again, like Soul Trains against specifically Ling Hydra trades so well. Takes down the Queens. Oh, Lings are coming from behind though. He comes in for the surround. Is it enough? Lings are falling. Yeah, Lings are falling. Hydras are exposed. Clutch Transfuse. Solar trying to hold on. He's barely holding. Oh my god. Takes down the Oracle, shuts down the army, and Solar he defends. He defends, he shuts down the attempted all-in. Creator, he has no saturation here again. Everything was riding on that push. Everything was riding on that move out. And Creator, he was trading well until the surround, until the stasis trap ran out. Remember, all those things were caught by the stasis, so they weren't a part of the fights. Once they were broken free, that's when the surround came in. That's when we had that surround. And from here, Solar, he's snowballing out of control. Solar, he moves out. Starts stepping in, catching out the Immortal. And there's just not much here to defend. There's one Immortal, a handful of Stalkers. There is no Blink, bear that in mind. No Blink. Solar will take this. Again, it was a bold move for Creator to expand towards Solar, especially on Ultra Love. We saw what that led into. And in the end, GG gets called. Solar, he will claim the series 2-0. And Solar is going to be this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Solar as he does claim the series, and my condolences to Creator. Again, Creator, he had a very impressive defense in game number 1. He had a very impressive defense in game 1 against the initial all-in, but it was the follow-up where he was lacking, where unfortunately he didn't really have enough scaling up to defend against the second wave. He had no backbone to his army. He was stuck with a subpar gateway composition. So in the end, he couldn't keep up against the max out of Solar. Here in game 2, it was a little bit more one-sided. Again, Solar was looking a little more comfortable here on Ultra Love, being able to deny the third base early on and snowball out of control. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Solar as it does claim it. As a reminder as well, typically our finals are best of 5s, but specifically this week, both players did agree on a best of 3. They did agree on a best of 3. The players had less time available to themselves, so it was a best of 3 instead of that best of 5. And in the end, congratulations. Congratulations to Solar. Here we go. Solar mid-game simply too good. I mean, I can see a world where Creator could have defended in game 1. I think Creator was maybe underreacting. Either underreacting or he just was not aware of how dedicated, how all-in Solar was. So I do think there was maybe a bit of an oversight in game 1, but I can definitely see game 1 going Creator's way, and then we could have seen an ace match, right? We could have seen the game 3. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, este Shino. When are we seeing Shino in a Sparkling Tuna Cup? Aye. But regardless, GG, well played. Congratulations to the Solar. And again, if you want to support us here on the Cranky Ducklings, you can do so via Patreon. Exclamation mark Patreon in the chats. Our Patreon is designed to fund our tournaments to help grow Tuna Cup, Sea Duckling Open, and Master Swan Open as well. Bam, you can actually see it here. We have a graphic. These are 3 tournaments. These are 3 mascots: the swan, the duck, and the tuna. Ah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. And these are 3 events that we do host on a regular basis, and again, all funded via Patreon. You can see our current, the current amount that we have on Patreon, our current goal as well. We are currently earning 527 USD a month out of 500. But again, we'll be fixing up, we'll be adding another stretch goal, another kind of goal for said Patreon as well. As I mentioned before, the next one should be to start paying out admins and casters for these events. And then after that, then we can continue to grow and work towards hosting a monthly finals on a regular basis. As a reminder, for the next couple of months, thanks to a very generous donation in the chat, we do have monthly finals for Tuna Cup. So these weeklies do actually grant points to the players to build up towards a monthly finals. That's going to be for the month of September, October, November, and December. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Gracias, papi. Gracias. All for the players, all for the tournaments. Otherwise, when it comes to the rest of our schedule, you can see it here before you. Bam. Oh, there we go. We have our weekly schedule. We just wrapped up with our Tuesday evening broadcast. You can see this morning we were live with OSC mid-season playoffs. We just wrapped up with Tuna Cup. That's on the column of Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we have Pigasar Cup and we have Little League Cup as well. I'm very tentative when it comes to Pigasar Cup. Very, very tentative. Just because I might be unavailable in the morning. At the same time, I also know that Pig is in Europe at the moment, so I don't think Pig is going to cast. So there's more reason to step in and to help cover the event, just because there's going to be less casters and less coverage. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Might be doing my best, but I'm a little bit tentative when it comes to Pigasar Cup. Otherwise, we have Little League Cup in the evening, and we have RSL for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is non-stop RSL. I believe that should be the finals. That should be like the finale of Season 2. To crown our champion. We also have KSL on Saturday, and we have the podcast on Thursday. Oh boy. So again, we have, of course, as always, an intense schedule of StarCraft. There's no Masters of the Game this week because, remember, players are traveling. Players will soon be traveling, flying on over to France, to Paris, to take part in the offline event, in the offline playoffs, and the final 2 days of Masters of the Game. I think it's 2 days, might be 1 day. But again, that's going to be next week, not this week. That's why we have 1 week free of Mysos. Meanwhile, what else do we have on the horizon here? All right, Stellarfest, true. We have, jeez, there's so much going on. We have Stellarfest, which is going to be the offline event in Canada. I believe we also had a recent announcement of the SoCal StarCraft event that's going to be happening in November. We have the SG Safe House, which is happening in October. So we actually have a lot of NA StarCraft. True. We have Stellarfest, Safe House, and SoCal. So we have 3 back-to-back events happening in the Americas. And we also have Cheeseadelphia, which is not confirmed, but Cheeseadelphia should also be either at the end of this year or beginning of next year. So Cheeseadelphia also around the corner at some point. We also have the Platinum StarCraft League, which will be in December. Oh, the StarCraft. All the StarCraft. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We're going to be heading off for the time being. And again, we'll be back at least tomorrow. At least tomorrow for the League Cup and for potentially Pigasar Cup as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I see the chat. I swear I have the times to play every cup, but I'm so bad at remembering it and find the tours. Este Shino. Shaking my head. But yes, exclamation mark sign up list in the chat. True. There is SE for all. SE for all. Sorry, I kept saying SoCal. My apologies. Not so. It's called SE for all. Which is in Philadelphia. Oh, there you go. I don't know if it's Replacing Cheese. Or is it also done by Nerd Street Gamers? It might be Replacing Cheese if that's the case. It might be like a partnership. True. My apologies if I assumed they were one or the other. Oh, right, I forgot about that as well. Yeah, Streamer Zone, they announced the circuit as well. I forgot. I completely forgot about that. True. No, yeah, true. There's no details. There was an announcement, no details yet. Once we get details, we'll be casting it. Don't worry. Also, Este Azura. Why do I see no Azura in the bracket as well? Este Azura. Ay. But thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Take care, everyone. If you want some more StarCraft, if you're unsatiated, I believe Wardy is hosting a 2v2 tournament. A TLMC 2v2 tournament. Speaking of TLMC, I am still in the midst of judging the maps, and I'll probably be doing that right now. I'm gonna be going over some maps and writing up some reviews and dictating my thoughts. So I'm gonna be doing that off stream, of course. Meanwhile, what else is going on tonight? We have apparently OSC King of the Hill is later on tonight as well. I think Steadfast might be covering that. True. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys next time. Too much StarCraft. Writing my thesis. Oh, best of luck, man. Best of luck with the thesis. Best of luck. Judging everyone. True, true. I've left some scathing reviews. 0 out of 5 stars. No. In October, you come back. Let's go. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, ciao. Papi, ciao. Until next time. Hasta luego. Take care, everyone. Take care.